It has been 196 days since the mythical game Area AF2 has been taken down. Now, if you don't know what happened, way back in April, a studio by the name of Kuka Games, owned by Chinese tech giant Alibaba, released a game by the name of Area AF2. It was really good. Rainbow Six Siege, type game. It was really similar, actually, to Rainbow Six Siege. Almost too similar. And a lot of people wondered why it wasn't taken down, for copyright. Well, it was taken down for copyright. It only lasted like 20 days before it was removed. But in those 20 days, we probably had one of the cleanest mobile gaming experiences. A lot of people have just been left hanging, wondering when it will either come back or a new game will come to take its place. Well, there's been a lot of candidates for a replacement for Area AF2. Some more promising than others, and some are, the usual mobile gaming experience, but there's one that's been showing some promise. It's a game by the name of Strike Team Online, and right now it's in a very, very early access form. I have played it, and it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Bad. It's bad. It's not good, but it has a lot of potential. The YouTuber by the name of I'm Owen, has made an announcement as of recent that there is going to be a huge update coming to Strike Team Online, and it's going to be a replacement for Area AF2. Now, he said it himself that the game wasn't good when he last played it, but he says he's been talking to the developers, he's been asking for suggestions and feedback of what we would want to see in a close quarters combat game. Now, I booted up and played it for myself, and yeah, it's rough. It is a very, very rough game. It's barely even considered playable. I'm just gonna go over some of the brief things just off the top of my head. Okay, half the game modes don't work. There's one. It's supposed to be a Rainbow Six Siege type game. It's Defuse and Hostage, those two types. Yet you can't even queue into a game. I got into one game, I tried it like 10 times, you just get stuck on the deploy screen, and you can't exit, and you have to restart the app and go back in. Okay? So, half the game's off limits. But let's talk about the part of the game that actually does work. It barely works. It looks really weird. It's like they could tell that the graphics of the game were not up to date, so they just smashed so much post-processing on it that it looks so weird. I'm actually got seasick from playing it, and it just has this weird almost surreal effect going for it. I don't know, it's very strange. The gunplay is actually not bad. The gunplay is pretty smooth. It's just I can only use 2 of the weapons because the rest are locked at what I believe is a paywall, and I'm not paying for this game. But from the guns I did use, it felt actually decently clean. It was just really, really basic. It was just kind of like point and tap. The recoil wasn't very substantial. It seemed pretty balanced for the most part. Again, there were only 2 weapons were being used. There was a pistol and an M4, and some person had an AK. So, but it all seemed pretty balanced, but just really simple. The sprinting. Oh my god, the sprinting. A lot of mobile games do this. You have to put the joystick straight forward in order to sprint. You can't strafel sprinting or anything. See, it feels super awkward trying to sprint, and just the controls in general are just super awkward. The audio is non-existent. Yeah, I can't tell what's happening in the audio. It's super cluttered. And to make matters even better, when you spawn in, you hear the audio jungle, which is just absolutely hilarious. The weapon sounds themselves are good. It sounds fine, but I don't really care about how they sound. I care about how they sound in a directional audio perspective, and that's not good. So now the maps are basic. There's a couple, and they're actually not bad. I didn't mind them. There was the one that is most prevalent is this shipment map. It's not like shipment Call of Duty. It's just like a freight yard, like Georgia Pool, and it's definitely okay. I kind of like the flow of it. It services the game in its current build very well. It's very simple, but it helps supplement the very simple actual gameplay. If the game was a little bit more advanced, where there's leaning and head glitches and stuff, it would not be good, because there's definitely a lot of angles you can probably take advantage of. there are some spots where you can like get outside of the map, and there's one where someone was like inside of a crate shooting outside of the crate, but you can't shoot him. So it was like a one-way filter for bullets, and he was just kind of owning. That wasn't fun. But again, it's just plays into the thing where it's like just full of bugs. I mean, if I sat here and listed all the bugs, we'd be here for an hour, right? There's so many bugs in the game. So the maps are decent. They're fine. They're passable. They're serviceable. Not serviceable with CQB type gameplay though. If they want to make it CQB, they gotta redo the maps. There's no way that's gonna fly. The map that is designed for close quarters, no way is that gonna work. It's gigantic. Half the surfaces aren't destructible, and there's absolutely no cover. It's just like an empty warehouse. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. I played it once, and I'm like, there's just no way. It works for like TDM and stuff, but barely. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. And this is what brings me to my last point. There is no way that when this game comes out, it's gonna replace Area F2, or at least be of the same caliber. It might be a something to hold us over in the meantime, if Area F2 ever does come out, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it does come out, this will at least keep us busy in the meantime. I just don't think it's gonna happen. At least not yet. I do think the game has a lot of promise. There's a lot of potential behind it. But if they want to make it to where it's a really polished Area F2 or Rainbow Six Siege replacement, I mean, they gotta really work on it, man. It's rough where it is. Maybe in like a year's time, I'll come back to it, and maybe it'll be immaculate. But as of right now, it's not ready. So, in essence, all I'm saying is, it might happen, but it's going to take a while. Okay, oh wait, also, one more thing. Strike Team Online has really good settings customization. That's like the first thing I noticed when I logged on, is that you can go up to 120 FPS, you can change all sorts of settings, your field of view. It's great. It's better than any mobile game I've played. If you care about that type of thing, it's got it. And I do care, and I love it. It's probably not that important. I mean, the game still kind of sucks, but at least there's that. Basically, in conclusion, the game's rough right now, has a lot of potential, and if you give it some time and patience, it might just be Area F2. But yeah, that's pretty much all I just wanted to say. I just wanted to, clear everything up on Strike Team Online. My Discord's down below, and I hope this helped.